na my chucha yende my chucha tomatoes and my blended tomatoes is you. And now and namuha na much more say kona kofa yende ni egu and kwana steaming. Na just in the baya or the yende no ene and namno ne intoshi na egu mprakope. And I think it was a complete way out. A lawyer and already alarm and it was Sanya Sabia and Kendra now would have seen say the judge would have had every opportunity and now power to even at that time criteria didn't with 2 minutes obey like I said, well whatever you raise is overruled. Finally ruled the case in favor of Anas, which we didn't hear anything of that sort. And that gives room for Honorable Ken lawyer to continue pursuing whatever motion we want to file.
I see.
In the jubilation, I know, sir, yes, and amount for, like I say, we have 2 jury for no, based on the readings now, but honestly, we have to wait for the judge. Final motions near the quiet at the Bible.
I see. Good. And now, Ms. Amwa, you do be see her yeja okwamu wakonafi ya monitor situation, right?
Go then Ghana for eligibility because of one person.
And it just obey opinion pool Ghana. Now finding out there one reason is saying, yeah, if you can make sense out of this. Won't say quite shocking though, is it not? And say you go monitor your man na you better get it back to you. To also monitor your mama. Yeah.
One thing we should know, people might think say Honorable Kennedy in Kukuo, and even I see some MPP members even jubilating about this. Say a Koban Sampa, young fans are that would not be the end of Kennedy Agyapong.
That's correct.
Kennedy will always be Kennedy. One thing we should place on record.
Okay.
It's very unfortunate. What you have some that quote unquote will not be the final judgment. Not will nipa jubilate. On one hopeful. It's very risky.
Yeah. Okay.
Into young things here because they have 30 days to file that motion.
30 days to file. Correct.
That no, if you are filing for motion for anything, it's within 30 days.
Sure.
Which he can present it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because right now, the judge is not bringing final ruling until what keep the DSC 2 lawyers now.
And only some no, and they been so fan of football. Say, hey, and yenya and I say na dead na just we to gum one thing and a social media and your flood.
Unless Honorable Ken lawyer is not interested. But as long as I know, he will not sit down and say ye mungu no so.
I see.
In motion at the court, and I know that judge in Sumwa. It will depend on the judge to say, I've received your motion.
Yeah.
My final ruling is I am not going to consider it. I have ruled in favor of Anas. Then we can now say Honorable Kennedy didn't do.
I see. But right now, I feel that motions you be file and okay.
That is it. Because of consent now, Honorable Ken lawyer and the Rezi.
Yeah.
He gave him the room to file the motion. Into the banner of Gia, that's all part of it. Say, but once I want to answer for Brano, what to call Betty? Yeah. And then he will depend on that to say, this is my final ruling.
I see. So as we speak in it, we can say that only the jury is independent on the verdict, but the judge in Ankasanen is substantive verdict, am I correct?
That is it. Because the reason being that jury is not the final, the lawyer, judge, and run as a case, and can run the judge would have declared. Okay. And then we put the necessary signatures on it, and then we disperse. Okay. What else here? Yeah. And what we see judge reading the jury's way, he never ended the show there. He decided the judge, the juries, said, it has ended. You may now discharge. Okay. And then it left the 2 lawyers and the parties there when deliberations were on. Before we see, you have to file your motion. Okay. You all have to wait. And I don't think Honorable Kennedy, lawyer Bertrand said it's okay. I mean,
Good one.
I think there's more to come.
Okay.
But right now, Anas and Akuffo our right to jubilate because Jewish for also matter in the case, and whatever they are saying now, they go to their event there. Exactly. They have to celebrate because anything can happen.
Good one. Good one. Say yeah, Krano. Kenya ni ruling ni wahano. Eja no so Akuffo no musu many age no many ade adinti. So no so enya bi wo no hwa ono so beka so the be jubilate ni bi ni sa no say I can understand.
But irrespective of what, I don't think the court here considered the ruling in Ghana. If they considered that, Nke would drag this case far.
Yeah.
The judge did not put that ruling into consideration because Anas had a different charge, even though it was the same as Ghana. This one, it was said here, honorable can ever cow ha.
Okay.
I don't know advantage that that's taking. So can say there, the case has been already ruled in Ghana there, and would have been different case altogether. Room for this trial.
Okay, good. Abe, you better watch and we are keeping our eyes monitoring the situation closely. And please also inform us as and when it becomes it's a developing story. That was all right, great folks.
All right.
Mr. Amwa, your correspondence, New Jersey court, and so far, and Nyoma Kosina no de Ababeto. Enti Yenti min kase. Ya ekukru saying $80 million the many passage Gina Kukudi final ruling in my apart from say you see the distortions is becoming one too many. Juries need come with there judge in SOTA affairs so mo file motions unless of course can the Agyapong say assembly crime name be announced but you see kanakwa case closed. But this isn't the situation now, folks. Inti moma yenya some legal clarities to all of this. After 80 million, no the man asks so when you could ya unye bini. Eyo ni sika no. Ade this is can be nobody's no. Inti ano de moma yenya den yemfa entry baby. Now, folks, yemrefie. Yesterday, Ghana Police Service have reminded Abranti Freno Daniel Owusu Kranting, also known as Amache, Akwesi Amache, said, "Ono and the suspect in the murder case of Ahmed Suale." Well, as of Enra, Besi and Anapei, the police charge sheet, rather is moving one step ahead, making it then now look at the murder of Ahmed Suale and Abranti. Sana 70 ana. God. Now I started picking the build up on Monday and I drop. Name who say bloggers in the brave. Name ni ade news in the Indeed, I was not bothered much about the headlines, but the content of their stories clearly exposes their ignoramuses, weak minds, loose articles, a demonstration that journalism gradually walking down the aisle into abyss. And some of the two journal and headlines the content now a one news item who say most of the news houses and journalists need your more church or sans be about down for my training year. Tonight, I'm going to speak the hardest you can imagine because we need to speak and speak the hardest way for people to get it into their heads. So, papa do call journalism school. Say him for learn and learn the craft and learn it well, because it's easy for somebody to sit by the stroke of the pen. People's integrities are going down. And we must be mindful and careful. Say, basa. Anyhow, as you're saying, when I monitored the news wires, all I saw headlines. So okay, and you're bad. Now my headlines is take it say yes, they want to go on the sensational. What about the body of the story? Nankasa and swear. Then Ubisa said, what kind of investigation or cross-check did that or those journalists did before the story or the Ituga? And you know what? One of them, among them, I'm going to mention her name, Ifia Pokua, with Despite Media. No, the better her anapanesa. Sanapanu said, no, the better. I have that caption here. Now I can understand why Ifia Pokua would always be insulted by some journalists or bloggers in Nasefo. Swung. A Juma Moody no. A dear ye no. We will not take our time. Who has told who? Said Ahmed Suale, when you baby kono. Abrantiana police for national no kun. Where? Who told you? What investigation are those news wires did before publishing what they've published so far? Now, by the way, if by close of when that gentleman will be released, no, but and now it is surface said. And no kuna. What do you think those media houses we've done to Abrantian? Would you go and now say, oh, Mr. Krante, ye paucho and now be. That's also one of the reasons why me say me ye program na ye be guwa. What I do is that we give everybody the opportunity to say, come and what be you one. Our doors are open. We call the people. I'll not come and sit here and say something. No, we call you. Say, come. Our doors are open. Journalists, yes, sir. Now, what they are so far, what they've done. Now, what are we hearing? What we are hearing is say. Daniel Owusu Krante, also known as Amache, has been arrested because he stands accused of drop pictures of Ahmed Suale to a politician known as Kennedy Agyapong. And that led to Ahmed Suale being exposed to his adversaries and met his untimely death. Much as that I want to restrain myself. But this is, you call it, and this, or indeed, this is enough to establish a prima facie case leading to incarceration of a man now suspect, really. Charge Amodia Bodne say, Onun and Nam no so, or the pictures a combine, why a politician. Now let me break the news, say, the Exposé on the 2 TV. That led to Anas being exposed. That led to Ahmed Suale being exposed. Kweku, I was extremely instrumental in that. I was the leading Exposé. Yes. If any of you, I feel I will share my program. Now we maybe I feel me can't so much. Kweku anana mite. I expose every nakedness and every being. The being called Anas, Aremeyaw Anas, was exposed by no any other journalist in this country except myself. Kennedy Agyapong, the politician on one hand, Kwekwanan, journalist on one hand. And we did that expose. And folks, if many of you recall, it was that expose I said, listen, I am putting Kweku, Anas, Aremeyaw Anas, NTS said, maybe $1 million to her, or no some family to her, non-chile, we say, and you only images any DP abonting on me coming into. And the question is, did he make any attempt to come? No. You see? But people were not trying to understand why we were doing what we were doing. In a sense, they said, we earlier had told the world to say, Anas, Aremeyaw Anas, the format of your investigative journalism is not investigative journalism. You are using this means. You are countenancing on the vulnerability of the institutions in this country, and you are using the institutions as a cash cow. In other words, you are making money into your pocket. Much as you think, sir, you are helping to sanitize the country and expose corruption. No, you are using it as a cash cow. No, we need to do bottom. You can't Ghana force. No, there be kakra. I feel what happened. Then now we have to make one step ahead of, sir. Let's now show Ghanaians how we are trying to justify, say, Anas, Aremeyaw Anas is a goddamn crook, a thief, if a criminal say they are a amount to criminal, Ghanaians know omontiasie. So what do? We went one step. We took one step ahead. One step ahead. What did we do? I quickly sitting here. This one na Kennedy Kram memu. Then we have to pull videos of Aremeyaw Ankasa on one case Ejuma Waye. Listen to me, Ghanaians. Ejuma no Anas Waye wa bonten hono. I took videos, call it unedited videos. Videos are not edited. Aremeyaw edited. That's the videos I went for. I took, I intercepted. And when those videos were picked, what now we could do was to now put those unedited videos into the public domain and say, Ghanaians, watch this. Now, we are make a judgment for this. When Ghanaians started watching those unedited videos, that is where now many Ghanaians became more appreciative. Said, no, we weren't just simply embarrassing Anas, but we're telling the real story. And he's saying, Aremeyaw would go and set the crime scene. He would go and set the crime scene. After setting the crime scene, then he pushed his adversaries into the crime scene. That's number 2. Number 3 was setting about 5 video cameras inside that same room. Then he would take the best of shots. Listen, enipa na anasi pia na kwashe dem wono. Enipa na dream fa or you're innocent of whatever that is going to happen in the room, except to believe that either Anas might have called that person on a business deal or on something, so that is what the person is going. Only then for the person to arrive in the room. There is a center table. One, then after engaging you in all forms of conversation or business, on your way going, then Anas will give you something, say, take this and use it to buy something for your case. And one, either say a big group on so a group on so what it means is that Anas is baiting you, he's enticing you, he's trying to, let you feel something, say, and komona mudi no sikasu group on so. You see, nipa betimaya sana is no any other person say nipa adrenboni we need. Now, after say or this bear in mind, the cameras are in the room. The cameras are position advantage point to take a shot about you. The shot ni we are. Now, Ghanaians, listen to the worst part of this. And this is where it becomes very crucial that the Ghanaian institutions, the Ghanaian top officers, politicians, and the institutions that forms the umbilical cord of our media all closed their eyes and said they haven't seen anything until Anas' image went down the abyss today. And today, he's trying to do what you call image damage repairs. Now, when he finished, he takes all these videos. Then he will send the video into the editing room. He edits the video. After editing, now mind you, whilst he's doing the editing, he stand advantage of edits the video and put a narrative to the video to the best of him. And then the last one that he goes for the kill. He pushed this video, he advertised the video so much that the euphoria, he caused the alacrity of the whole movie or whatever it is. Then he pushed this footage into the court of public opinion. Finish. He's done with you. By the time you would make attempts, say, oh, Baba, be you, trust me, he's done with you. Before the video will come, already, the tidbits of you, the snippets of the information is already in the public domain, social media, and elsewhere. And he has catapulted, destroyed the image of those people before the whole entire video would even hit the airspace. And Anas is done with you. This is what they told all of us to say. We should embrace this journalism called subterfuge and what? Entrapment. Foolishness of the highest order. Stupidity. The Ghanaian institutions, MPP, NDC, all because some of you were feeding fat on most of the things Anas was doing. And some of you were also using Tiger Eye to be doing this stupid kind of journalism. And when we're talking, people say, no, we will not listen to anybody. As long as now we are aware, they see what Ghana football. So be able. And say Ghana football, if you're beating, say now all our football administrators are talking, trying to tell us, yes, football not say yeah, free. Yes, so today, Aremeyaw is sitting in the U.S. court, telling the U.S. court to say Ghana's justice system is one of the bogus one, and therefore, and into no case naba, sir. But me if he said, or this stupid dirty concern, this thinking thing, or the shenim, and the quarter your president name, president name to can't just say, hey, mon can't no yin free ho. Or the sad way so quarter, our judges said name, the justices were sitting and they were watching this. Mumisa so to me as our America now. By the way, if you think that the US court system no, the best are, still go to US and check, say, the current president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, is at crossroads with some of the Supreme Court in America, the DOGs. And until, well, this is one person who doesn't care, but will take Ghana to the international stage and embarrass us anyhow, anyway. But I believe that the justice system are listening. Now, we are making it now look, say, this gentleman called Daniel Owusu Kranting is the guy behind the murder of who? Ahmed Suale. How? Now, for the avoidance of what the police know or may not or didn't know, this suspect earlier had gone to Tesano police station to lodge a complaint about how his former boss, Aremeyaw, with his co-hosts, were being threatening or were threatening his life to death. And the case was later or further moved to the police HQ for further investigations. And my question is, what has the police told the world about that investigations? Abrantiana says here police if watching no. Or your former worker of the Tiger Eye, Muntin Yo, Daniel Owusu Kranting, or your former worker of Tiger Eye, Oni Ahmed Nina, were two workers working with Anas. Now, Ebra and Samsamba, Mumisa said, Ebanesen almost split here. The splits of all of them came on the heels of, say, when Anas was exposed, two Exposés are, no. Then Anas got alarm, said, no. On one Imrantiano, and I then atono, enti. There was a scatter. Everybody was trying to, find a way out. Then this Amachi guy left Tiger Eye, decided, said he's going his way. Now let me tell you what. This Abranti, Amachi is the one in charge of their IT, also in charge of fixing all their cameras in the corners. Yes. Ghana for me say anadu, I'm going to me roadmap no pepepe na machire dear. He was the one in charge of fixing all the cameras in the places womuko ekoko di bone no. Sema na wo bibi nye bibia. Obetini baby onka bi nchemu nye hwe. Monhwe nkrofo a the friend is saying all these top people, ministers from Ivory Coast, Liberia, Anas kowezu mu na do mu begu ehfa Dubai. In that hotel no ko Exposé kwesi yanteche no odo mbegu ho pretend say ono mo ba be business o only then to realize no, it wasn't actually business, but he was just to set them up and trap them and then take their videos to wherever, including Samoba Kaya, the former managing director Emma Dufour, former Bank of Ghana chief Dr. Dufour, no running Unibank, Moka Unibank. God, no Dufour there. Dufour had one managing director, na Ocean Bank no so. Your friend Felix Nyankopon. Mune wade Anas here no. Anas at that dancer director way, Emma for plane from here to Dubai. onim anas obebiao. But Anas Aremeyaw Anas coerced this man, lied to him, told Phyllis Nyankopon said, Opese, and Anas acted as if said, or an Arab merchant, and that he wants to open a bank in Ghana, Ivory Coast, and other places. And this man has to fly from Accra to Dubai. That same hotel no did this hotel bako did this some money bebre. Ebra Phyllis Nyankopon kodru ho no. On any trans meeting. In that meeting, what happened? Or say opese obe bank ni bi ha, and that ono Phyllis Nyankopon no ordinary den ordinary African director whatever. Folks, guess what happened? Ebra oni Phyllis Nyankopon kasa no on the center table na what them on nesika guso. Owie no se sika dollars ni na bam no de ma papa no kro hu baby face sika na nhihye eno ano no eno ka che papa no se okwa onfa sa sika no enye den onfa nto bibi mfa nkoma ne. Listen, no, the narrative of Anas Aremeyaw Anas, whenever Anas is with you in a room of having a discussion that is of business, and then later that business will surface in the court of public opinion with a different narrative. This is the whole order and the kind of the mind game set of Aremeyaw. Ebra papa ni free Dubai bedru Ghana no. Na video ne bedru Ghana de dada. That's the man that did not know say ni videos ebepie Ghana, and then the man was sacked from where Unibank without even a compensation. Now the question will be, Edian and na Phyllis Nyankopon why are now since obetimi ayenesa. So me say me be sa abrante we ho asa. You see, it's been how many years Anas and some has gone to bed. But ene ade a omude ya onu ankasa na abrante na ye Daniel Owusu Krante no. Nam say no, I will expose certain things for the police to set up. And here one again, some group of persons via Moshe NDC partner don't try some obefa muhwedi mi tonyame. Some group of NDC for you want to use a byway power when you're to help Anas Aremeyaw Anas to do what you call image damage control. Please don't try it. Mo pesa mo buano ma Anas eyeso betimi restore his image that being damaged. God knows how many years. Don't try it. I'm telling you, NDC peniphobia mushemu, because I can mention your name without. We have all the facts here. You trust you. MOB say you'll be just like that. Now, you know what? If he was even doing all this expose on the heels of letting Ghana be safe on corruption in Hamadrin, no. Everything that he's doing, near to the benefit. Only Papa Kwekubako. You want to countenance on the weakness of the system, pretend to be say, oh yeah, expose, amaye. But in other words, at the end of the day, who does that? What kind of journalism is this? What kind of journalism is this? It is a CIA, yeah, accused or no, saying, then they are cranting, say, or no, they pictures, or the other, or they call and at the end, then a ma, or the pictures no come on fence, or Agyapong. Please, that is palpable, false, 100% false. And I challenge the police, go and do the investigation proper. Oh, yes. Now, Mama Munyama Mino, one. How many of you know that Ahmed Suale had, or no, Ahmed, any on one casa, ne pictures, ne guni Facebook, but then, the ironic aspect of it is that many people didn't know that Ahmed was an undercover agent. Therefore, the pictures ni gua just like that. It will be a nimino. Two, how many people know that Ahmed Suale was also shuttling between the premises of Ken City and that of Medina Abode? Nipa sena munim sena Ahmed no ba Ora Ken Kennedy Agyapong premises were back to back. How many of you know? And the question remains, many times Ahmed, no, Obi baby's a question. Was he trying to lure Kennedy Agyapong and entrap him, or what was it? So Kennedy Agyapong said something. When the very first day Ahmed pictures came out, what did Kennedy Agyapong said? The person would see what he said and add one to one. Ni kwanya e fast one the pictures, but enye abra na winim. Abrante ya omo accuse ni me na me feel so betimi ama me ne obi when Amnas videos I may obtain a document, whatever, over a bunch of it, none could be traced to this gentleman. And all the stuffs I have, the videos, unedited videos of Aremeyaw, which I'm sure in the coming days, we have to put some in the public domain. We have to start the warfare again. When the pictures of Ahmed came out in the first of the public domain. Diana Kennedy, listen to this.
Boy, why are very dangerous? What you might do now? We shall be able to pass on your premises. I be a mistake. Mono, near baby, I meet you. You are a bat. Ahmed, no. Monsieur, all pictures in the area. Somebody picture them. When you are almost watching Madina. Yes. I need boy, no. Ahmed, no. When your friend Ahmed, the picture back one fan to Sunday Yakes. God, good. The picture back what in Madina here. What bad premises are Muno? You basically present a nasty.
So, as you can see, rolling on the screen.
This is the boy. Why a bad boy?
Great. Okay, did you hear that? Or say then, say oba premises ha munche na muya den momono. Can Canada Japan say no, munko Ahmed fie na munko bono. Obetimi akasa. But then Canada Japan own his premises to himself and everybody is entitled to self-defense. Now, so you are shuttling in and out of the yard. For reasons in the yard, no be anymore. It was later they know say, oh, Auntie Sabrante no bahano. That is why Ahmed. That is where Canada Japan got alarmed. Now show. Enti how? Now who say Bebre no munim say, oh, but the premises of Ken City are CCTV cameras eboboho. And your pictures, everything will be taken. So, to obtain Ahmed pictures, now Mumisa Anas pictures, how did we obtain it? Now, Namibao, video, unedited videos of Aremeyaw. We obtained those videos, how much more picture? Absolutely rubbish and nonsense. Didn't Ghanaians watch Aremeyaw, Anas, ne passport, and ne picture womb? So why are you making some of these people, you are creating a Frankenstein monsters of yourselves? And why are you making this country look as though some people have blue blood, some people have special whatever, others don't? Really? In this country, and that's why I'm warning some NDC element, be careful. If you want to help Anas to build his damaged image, then not this time. Because some of us warn him, say, listen, the myth, M-Y-T-H, the word, the myth about him will be demystified. And the myth will be broken. Hasn't the myth be broken? Because Bonnie and Wodienu, ne Dawson. Me, I didn't know 1/4 of the things he was doing out there until I went, and to me myself, I became a victim of that so-called stupid entrapment and that subterfuge, which is not applicable to journalism. But when we're talking the lives of Agyapong, the lives of the Kweku Bakuns, the lives of why Esan Komanum, the lives of why Kofi Bentel, and why Samson Ladiayenene sitting at Joe FM, and there's something say Onimini Adam Fusembium because of Anasun to 20. They sit at Joe FM and they were helping creating this Frankenstein monster to eat everybody up. And as those says investigation and Ghanaians go and ask how much of property does an Aremeyaw or, and the question remains, how did he get them? Would he be able to preach that equity and come with clean hands? Today we are asking all the John Mohammed's ministers, everybody should declare their asset. Obetimi declare. He should come and tell us the tallest building in Jolo until somebody has built another one. remains to be that of Anas property. Osi, skaben onya no this year as a journalist. Mo be see a go deeper on. Me need time for it today. But here, Abranti or She police if one say me. Earlier has gone to report to police, Tesano police. This is it. Exhibit in any. This was saying 2019. Daniel Owusu Kranting went to Tesano police. Reporters said, "Dear, the former boss, Aremeyaw together with Anas' wife." This is what he wrote. That they are hunting him. They want to kill him. Mofa police extract into any other honor. Everybody, look at it. I'm going to give you guys evidence-based evidence. Okay? Any other honor. Now, how come that somebody who was battling for his life, somebody who was running for cover, because look, I know many of Anas guys today who I cannot disclose their locations, but I'm aware where many of them are. When their boss cover was blown, many of them, all of them, they ran away. Now, he went to Tesana police station. So the question remained, how can somebody who running for his dear life, seeking custody, it was after this police report then he decided to say he has to leave town and will free town or call London, then US back. And he's been in this country for God knows how many days, weeks, months, years. But impression is being created, said no. They are looking for him. Look, as far as I remain, I will not allow anybody to distort the facts on the ground. I'm telling you. And all the conspirators in this case, because Munim said, you see, crime has become sophisticated. And it does appear that the police don't have the clue now as to be able to ascertain the murderers of Ahmed. So now, somebody whose image has been destroyed for far too long now want to use somebody to repair the damage. Oh, really? Yeah, Beshe. Now, we are also learning from the police that the suspect Daniel Owusu Kranting, also known as Amache, dropped Ahmed Suale's pictures at Netweed TV. Asked it, one more try some better. May you video natural. But you know what? Later, Ebra, Canada, Agyapong, Edan Semnedich as to how pictures, because who taken Asemna. Now you can ascertain and you can guess, hazard a guess, how Ahmed pictures were obtained. And yet, me just let me dream and say, no way credit the same way to obtain their pictures. Anas, let me video koyi. Anas videos. Listen, okay? There was a video I told Canada, Agyapong, and they can back at him Sukweku. You were right. When Anas Ekwe investigated, the former MPP, deputy finance minister, my friend is saying, what's the name of this guy? Akuffo Dampare. What's the name of the guy? Oh, Obiba Kani Diamond Femreme. Edubuahin. Ebra Anas, ne Ghana for Munim say, Anas, Aremeyaw Anas, acquire an investigation on Edubuahin. And then in that video was captured the Dubois. Any President Akuffo on one day, on one cousin, on one cousin, ne cousin, no, on no or yet your friend is saying, or yet chairman Emma National Communications Authority. He's also a lawyer. Lawyer, number friends, Wagus. Uti, I'm sorry because you've told me it's a one person maybe booting. I'm sorry for want of clarity. I need to do this. Lawyer Wagus was captured in that video. Mumisa said, "Dintina na sanfasa video na mabonten." Ebiom, they kept that video for God knows maybe bare 4 years. It was only until we intercepted the video and I told Ken, let's put this video. Also, no, but the chief of staff, Mami Fremopare, to know why. Or Yepesi justifies it. Anas is not doing investigative job. Rather, no, and Nyoma Warrior in your to the benefit. That's you, Mate. Before our very eyes, honor that honor, Edubuahin. Akuffo Dampare ya. Why? Because one for video number, guess what they did? Now, we could try a portion of that video now. Sa Brantie way. Charles Edubuahin on any side na ye capture no a na eno no tuni ma de omoye no the same way omoye kwesi antation the same way no ye papa way. Now In the room now, the same hotel now, so no more entrapment Charles Edubuahin. And no this kagu ponso. And also no money Charles Edubuahin discussing business. Charles we no says he can't share the bottom and that. Oh no, the say as long as our terms can show bottom, it's a matter of say verdict, no amount of verdict. We no the abandoned studio, no abed it, no amount narrative. You are a criminal. You are say onumpo. Now, we in the video number at the Hober 4-5 years. Now, for reason why they have to kick this guy out, we could try a portion of this video. Charles Edubuahin Ojiska. No, at that time, no, President Akuffo was in London, and on my instructions said Charles Edubuahin on resign uncle. Abrante, he's a fine guy that has done a lot of. Oh, here now is because Charles, I know Charles well. Charles is a well-to-do guy. He's one of the big boys who are doing a lot of stuff, even in South Africa. But this is how Anas ended this guy's career, just like that. Simon. Now, show later on, this politician was accused to have had a hand in the sudden exit of Ahmed Suale. And he responded harshly. And viewers, Mobabeti another tape of Agyapong. Ebra afi yedebe share Ken say Ken enim Ahmed wonu hu bi no. Agyapong any radio station be your interview. Now he responded strongly and told his words to the radio station. Yentis are interviewing. Take a listen to this.
Unfortunate Ghanaians are behaving the way they are behaving. When you do that, you distract the police or the security agencies from even doing the investigation. How can you tell me that a statement that I made about 8 months ago, that if the guy, they told me that, oh, you've even paid the school fees in 2012. Well, I don't know him. Also, he has been coming here, and I said, no way. Don't allow the guy to come here because he's bad. If he comes to this premises, you beat him. That you allow him. I have a video that is so nasty that I can't show it. I mean, women, their private part, he set a doctor up and did all these things. So if you allow the guy to come to my premises and set me up. So I said, no way, don't allow the guy to go. When he steps here, beat the hell out of him.
But in that particular video, we also hear you say, Mushiano will be to it. If you meet him anywhere.
Madam, you see, I want to cool down. Okay. Have you listened to the tape?
Yeah, you said Mushiano will be Obama premises.
Good. Good. This is about my premises. I mean,
so then baby refers to anywhere within your premises.
Yeah, Ushiano premises are baby. Yeah, beat the hell out of him.
Okay, so what about those who say putting his face and his name and where he lives could be vital information for those who may want to hurt him? You know, and so, in other words, you are complicit.
You see, the way you are talking as if say he's better than judges who have stroke now. He's better than those who have died. I wanted Ghanaians to know who is behind Anas and doing those criminal activities. And it was necessary to bring his name, to show his face, for people to see. Because when the guy is walking, you wouldn't even know that this is the guy coming to set you up. You might run your mouth, he will record you, go and disgrace you. It was necessary for me to bring the guy's picture out for people to see who he is. Okay? But you see, the problem I have is that now, if Anas is saying, or his lawyer is saying I should be picked, they should pick Anas and his lawyer first.
Why?
Why? Because why is it that Anas jumps into conclusion within 3 minutes I hear of the guy's death, he makes a video and put it out there and put my voice and picture that I am involved. He's diverting attention. My investigation, the guy is going to the police right now. The guy, I have a guy, you hear his name. The guy said, I don't know if now he has sent the date. I wanted the date. This guy who is dead sent a message to the guy going to the police that he's falling out with Anas and his group because they suspect him to have said something or done something. But this gentleman going to the police said he didn't trust the Ahmed. He thought he was going to set him up. So he didn't respond for them to know where he is. Lord and behold, my sister, this morning I was on my way to the bank and somebody called me that the guy said one Hamizu has threatened to put bullet in his head. like the way Ahmed died. And this guy is Anas's head boy. And he said when this guy was talking to him, Anas's driver was there. So this evidence piece, I'm piecing them together. There's a clear indication that Anas should be picked. They should ask him questions.
But are you willing to avail yourself?
No problem at all. But before you do that, pick Anas. If you don't pick Anas because he's you go and put it in social media and you come and I won't talk to you.
In hindsight, do you wish that you hadn't made those statements?
No, not at all. I still maintain that. And the evil that men do lives after them.
The evil that men do often leaves tense with their bones. So, Ghana for man shall and you might be peer one. Me donya me say President John Mahama what by Asumdie Mbem. We know a lot of with this Anas taking charge of Niemebi and now want to ride on the shoulders of John Dramani Mahama buying a person making impressions. Hey, not by naba into a person they make an image building repairs. Ken was talking about something. Ken didn't want to give more information, but he knew a lot. But the question tonight I'm asking the police: ever since, has the police invited Ken? Has the police gone to interview him? Has the police or any court of competent jurisdiction set aside a judgment against Kennedy Agyapong? Therefore, anybody closer to Ken or anybody who might have leaked a picture to Kennedy Agyapong obviously becomes what? Aiding and abetting, an accomplice in the crime. Has that happened? If that has not happened, the question is, how then Daniel Owusu Kranting, also known as Amache, becomes an accomplice here? By way of say, or the picture command Kennedy Agyapong. How? Where that becomes murder was the case. How? Does that make sense to us? Folks, who the neutral were? Subsequent to this, another politician somewhere also came out to demand to know the preposition of Anas Aremeyaw shortly after Ahmed's passed on. Politicians be by honest be bisa say no, see bisa Anas in Semizembi. In all of this, Anas have not been called. Why? Yenti there's our politician on also kind. Take a lesson to this.
Should we see the Kenya Podium no the Jago na there is a problem. Takwane wampa Anas na anim. Ekwan because who tie ni lawyer na was say akwa ne bone to no home tu. Why na be ka say ye bone tu no gina no ma hu say wa home tu. Anas Tambe no timi enya abotre etwotwo saleta ne koma FIFA abra branch ni we nu anadwona watwa takoma FIFA watwa takoma BBC watwa takoma Aljazeera watwa takoma congressman bi ote Atlanta Georgia no say FBI for Nessa Ghana for enya proper investigation.
Sema enima bebre ni na e pass under the bridge. But Ghana police for our vet or margin was so. It's been how many days, weeks, months, years? At least a brand here or incarceration has been in Ghana for God knows how many years, except for Konoba. Now, somebody sitting somewhere. Now, when my dear, I'm talking to the top hierarchy, the hierarchical of the Ghana police, NEA, and let me expose this conspiracy quickly. Some group of people we per se, when we need to say, hey, the former IGP George Akuffo Dampare were mono home. Now, a binu per se, we to say, oh, and you rat at your nuba and wano, or no ababe created some grand style bima, yehu amen. Whereas even Oratete Yohunu has no knowledge of what is going on. But a binu per se, in the name of this man, but then the tail end of this conspiracy said, a group of people now when Kennedy was talking, Kennedy didn't want to give more information, but sometimes the American say assembly can't also name sheni say o money yaden enka honche correspondence because between Ahmed any abranti or police for insemi na baby says our correspondence no police for woman bia nina no manya na nina net saying, well, may I say the Frontline, we've intercepted many of this between the two. Me tiger. I also have my own private PI. But listen, ye adwuma ye ne diligently me be kan enkomo akoso word for word between Ahmed Suale the late any abrante ya owo police for insemi wo nkomo nie na ye ntie bi ne enhwe ade. Okay, MC amobetimi de bia to two screen so now a chance me be kan kind of fast a chance and say oh I see why I think you are justified nipa mienu na eka say no mu be hu characters ni now or say that's total rubbish. Even me, I didn't say that to you. How much more him? But you see, he just got back and they think we are outcasts. And I said, okay, let me give way. I can be accused uselessly and not recognizing my effort. Now, or say, anyway, Amache, I don't believe you fully yet. Afimwe with the Okasano. Ahmed Neka say, or say, Amache, I don't believe you fully yet. Didn't know Okasa yen to us or say, I don't believe me. The right time would come. Amache responded. So I won't say anything to you. You know me, how I also do my things. But please, Amache, let this be between us. No, me di esiho. Number 2, so say, I will make them hear. Now say, I told him I am innocent. And he kept insulting me. I have my minchim in Komo Yasim. And saying, at that time, Aremeyaw Anas, Esusun Edwin said, leakages of all of the Nyomo is coming from Abrante. It was a Kennedy Kasano, or say, an ADBC between the two, no, Ahmed ne offense saying, oh, what was the offense saying? Amacheno. But they were all keeping it to themselves whilst Anas was also fishing out among the boys and who is doing the leakages. And today, so I know all those times we are monitoring Anas' movement. Anas feels that he's the most smartest guy. Maybe I make a say, Anas, take it, say, you may even be contracted by the U.S. intelligence agency or any of the intelligence agencies in the world. You are not smart, oh. So we are smarter until videos. Your unedited, man can't edit it. Your unedited videos wouldn't have leaked. We leaked it. We published your pictures, and you denied it. But your pictures, wouldn't mean. And then, question the picture now, the U.S. court on. In the coming days, we'll be doing something. I told him I'm innocent, and he kept insulting me. He then sent his friend to come and trap me. The same people who juma ewo tiger no who bonia yepesi edidium into omumienu nya no bia na obi eni abre. Everybody was battling for the survivor. Now I say but you have taken it too far. You can't imagine. Even me, people accuse me. That's what annoyed me. Now T or say some say I am collaborating with you, but you see the way I fight you in quiet. And someone said somewhere and accused me. Edu baby no afina quiet say Amachi any Ahmed no enia ba omo ho papa ewe dwumakuo no believe in them because omo mienu no Ahmed no ono na se mokaya video bi a meyi ya na ye di sika kwa akoma anasa hye jarabia bi aye no ho te se oye shake ena Ahmed ejina sa shake altani no ne nchen ena o hye jarabia no mo de munya bo sesesi ano ye se akwala ope adekoko ahwa ye de damna beche no. I will visit these things very back because my catch say your image building is gone for now. With the Ghana for Bonama, I said until your image will be restored, Aremeyaw would have to come and stand and obepa Ghana for inacho. And you know why American will be in Timasie, but Bonine Wedino, and what thing. Tiha Ose, Amachi, you and I worked and became very close friends. Not a single, I don't know how some professor died. I have ever engaged in either in partnership with you or with anybody. Young Koso say, I heard you had 4 cars. Me as a friend. Ha ha ha. Did you ever told me you had 4 cars? All this shall pass someday. After Betos say, oh, but that one, you know, before you left, I heard a lot about you. I heard a lot about you. I told you about them. And you and I know how these stories are funny. Me, Ahmed, with forecast, a few about it, Amache say, forecast no more seminar. Or say, don't make me laugh. Take it from me. If anyone came to say that to you, laugh, and don't ever take the person. Friends, and or better as well. Or say me as a friend. If you say, did you ever told me you had forecast the same conversation? Twice, bedroom. I say, don't make me laugh. If you say, take it from me. If anyone came to say that to you, laugh, and don't ever take the person serious again. Even common food I struggle to get to eat with my family. How much more fuel for forecast? Hey, Amache, are you too smart for this rubbish? Ahmed ne kase. Nature say Ahmed ni person kire abranti say sika kro de beto aduane edi ne kra no ehwan den ayedin ama no. Ewranom. Ensem egu ono me say me di akira a enne de be pie munye hunye. But you see in the coming days and name be pie. Now you say, yeah. But he accused me too. Why na no more refer to? That could be better mo beti ase. Now I say, Amache, a lot has happened. You won't believe it if I to tell you. Or say, a froster like him. Why no more refer to? A froster like him. Why na kasa asem Ahmed na kasa asem. Now why na Ahmed or refer to? One day, mo beti ase. Or say, but then me, I am just quiet. What has happened? And Anas went for him. Or say, when I begin to talk, Ghana would have shaken. What or say, so no or kasa, Ghana be woso. Again, no or kasa, Bonnie Ben and Akoswa, woman nimwa, woman himself or kasa, Ghana be woso. When I know what kasa, Ahmed Suale kasa. Now I'll tell you, say, Amache, all of them, women, they are all holding what? Grenades. Now, I say, but I just don't want to bother. I want to keep quiet and rest a year before deciding my next line of action. But you know, I know what he been doing. Yet he accused me. No, this one. My meme can last paper. I say, and or to us, I say, stupid boy, quating. Omu di abranti biatem. Sa quating way, ono so ye Anas akwala, or ye dmo. Now I say, and people you never thought has the guts can just accuse you. I nearly wrote and attacked them yesterday on my Facebook, but some of my cousins, Tio, Ahmed Suale, no Kasei, or say I nearly wrote and attacked them yesterday on my Facebook, but some of my cousins insisted I shouldn't, and that I should maintain low profile for the meantime. I swear Allah, Amache, if I to talk, as for Ken, one would be small. What say? Or say, I nearly wrote and attacked them. I need to emphasize our conversation with. Or say on my Facebook, but some of my cousins insisted I shouldn't, and that I should maintain low profile for the meantime. I swear Allah, Amache, if I to talk, as for Ken, one would be small, but my family restrained me yesterday. Ahana Ahmed Peso Chre Amache say, so no bien anosu okasa. Kennedy Agyapong, who watches the Watchman or DPN and Aremeyaw emunkwala. Eranom, among the circles of Tagai, Anas is only in French Ghana for. But ni now, when Yankopon Basayad Mobo ni we are so born account, ni Bonnie or dear Dinipa, ni na BP, and I'm quem. Medivino say, but it is life you sacrifice and hot nothing but wrongly treatment. Got nothing. Anyway, let's talk later. But feel free to call me anytime from now. Please. No, say, and people you never thought has the guts can just accuse you. I nearly wrote the same, in common course. Sa baby sees, I'll say, but it's life you sacrifice and hot nothing but wrongly treatment. Got nothing. Anyway, let's talk later. But feel free to call me anytime from now. I'm always free to call you. This is a conversation between Amache anyone, Ahmed. And let me tell you, I have dozens of this. And I'm keeping quiet and I'm watching the space. Me per se Ghana police would have to give enough evidence to establish their premier fashion case. Abrante no dem no onu okun Abrante. Me hwa de. We are all watching the space. Now, minimu be wie no, hwa de bi esi ye. Ade esi ye ne say, me ba be bo audio recording bi a kire mu. And in that audio recording, the characters in the audio recording eye hwan. Amachi ewo sa recording ni mu. This Daniel Owusu Kranti, also known as Amachi. And then there is a lady in this recording also called Mimi. Mimi is why Amachi way ni baby mama. Mimi is also an agent to Anas. Then there's another gentleman also in the audio called Adolf. Adolf is also a worker of Tiger Eye. Now a conspiracy ploy that they hatched. As our conspiracy ploy, according to the audio, no, ne yedi kwa kokum ono hwan Amachi ya sesi o share police for insemi. And in that conversation, no, na ono ewra no akwa kokodi ni nkomo with the office at the office of Tiger Eye. Kokodi nkomo ne wi. And wo ba be ka kire hwan Daniel Owusu Kranti, also known as Amachi, say e kwan a yede wo ba be fa so ni. Na sa kwan ben na omo de ne be fa so. Me be se wa wotie audio no. Uwi a yede be see for part 1. Take a listen to this audio recording we intercepted.
Hello, yeah, maybe I'm doing information. Hello, many on the day. Maybe any shit. What's wrong? No diago. No channel. The when classmates phone. Oh my. Boom there, quick. I was sleeping one bed by the party man. Oh, Jimmy. One outside my baby of the party man. My phone. If I'm okay. I'm more than the baby of the home. I'm not his own. Not his own. There was a with the Musa, no, near Peter, you're Shelly back. What's my account? Oh boy, you're talking me. Adolf. Only my Adolf. Oh, you see, and about him. But now you're not to say, Adolf, what man of somebody says you know, it's not possible to be in the new one. I was supposed to say, I don't need that much, I don't need that of the show, go to hell. Now the minimum sign type of YEA. Sir, guy got them sort of maybe that. But minimum sort of YEA. Yeah. I was about to make a now, and I was make a go to hell. Nobody saw what make a sunny one. Hey, Adolf, you're smart. I'm off. I'm not going to have my Adolf. So, see, I know. Johanna, I'm also in bad of me for your so near Adolf. Now, any time much real freestyle. Why, maybe I feel about how much. Why, a bit? Son, I'm a person of Adolf. Adolf, this is a Johanna, and I'm going to say, Adolf, Nipper. Say I'm much for start and ask you if I think I'm much and ask I carry you so I feel better no. It's not persuading. You know, he didn't one can't sister pain say this is what he wanted to do. But what did he want to do? But according to what my mom was saying that they have to stop you from talking now. And how would they stop you? That is the point. Nobody was going through to the point, but it was clearly that they wanted to kill. But no, yeah, no one was going through to the point. But I want to kill the 9 man say, you get it? It's out of him and the catcher says only the only option of what am I say? Who a laptop and I had it was from it's no Roberts and back or no Adolf no Roberts. Yeah, Roberts the back. Mudi am Roberts they be so near of Nama. Oh, my Roberts Naba. No one wardrobe, no milk.
No more kumeme.
Ah, no more out of the mobile because mom buna. So we will argue about say, argue about say, hey, no more for laptop we knuckle. It's in the
one of us argue, whatever.
I don't know buyer.
So mukume.
What will I like? Missing my friend, and then I'm a control. I said I can be church or not my thing. And I'm going to say nice and nice. Who knows? I'm church on my other room.
Davina, now out of the casa, my mamma.
Me, mammy, what's in that dog? You're out of the casa. Sir, mamma, that quality the Bluetooth and out of the casa. Oh, or catch a hammer, or catch a hammer. I'm catching the same. Only he believes in karma. Into a normal son can't be a da.
Oh.
I'm going to poverty.
Poverty, yeah, poverty, and he is not hardworking. Yeah, Adolf is not hardworking. Boss the Pamona, but boss no. Boss cannot sack you because he didn't employ you. I employed you, and the boss may patch our.
No, say the truth that. Say that. Boss hide behind people to do things. Say that.
Exactly.
That is what he did. He was using my meat come for me.
Yes, because boss told me that I should sack you.
I saw that. I done like this. I done like this.
I can only speak a little about this audio. But like I said, there are more stuff I want to hold for now. Where young Koma, as I said, the characters involved. The guy now mote in the voice, Amache. And Wakasano. Irana Wakasano, Mimi, ni baby mama. Now, the baby mama ni bien komobisu akos within the circles of wanting to have him eliminated. Who is behind this tactics? You can hazard your guess. But you see, Mami Endi Waha. Listen to me. Mami Kasancha, some of you are moye dede ono. We NDC here to hell with your nonsense being NDC, and you don't want me to do my job. What is America channel? What? So we NDC ni na wo mame kwan mame nyemeduma to hell with your NDC and leave that space. Okay? So wo nua na yachi ni shemu a. So oya wo ba na yachi ni shemu a. Ena wo nim hu bie ena yachi na shem. Na yentimi nya any substantial evidence ye de be prosecute nipa na because a country such as this, crime is gradually becoming sophisticated. Therefore, ye benye nipa se esimesi obenteno na che nanso si ye nya asem ni nyina so yi a na che se wo benya ho atete no eno ano no ye wo memu ha enipa bi wo tumi a eduru ba bia wo se wo ye den a obewro wo kawafo abeti che se obetimi di atete wo keke emfa ne ho. The law nanka said the procedural emra betinya ye adwuma maybe bia da ho per no ye ni bi wo memu ha nti obia tumi sisi obia anyhow na agro no yen kamba wo fie nti wo se ede but ye de beduru waboboa no a wo se emu onwono. These are some of the foolishness of some of you out there. Behave as if your head are not there. Me Kweku, I'm a defender of every human being. Tira make a sure no abrante no shame no ene women dey asem no call bisa say kona koko bisa go kona ko find out. When they went to court, go and find out said dey be na judge no kan. What question did the judge ask the police in their evidence decree? Go and ask them. You speak rubbish as if you and a good trim a down for Nyansan Kasasa. Okay? We will not allow any group of persons or person to take anybody's destiny. So no. The media must be sanitized near Juma. Edio may ebeko ye nediyo. Enye ba ko for me kwekwanan mi be gina na maye me ho say hey me be boa corruption say na be wie no corruption na me ankasa me no I am the receiver of all that has been who stand accused say or a corruption na ni o me ni e ba me kwesi yantechi an investigation woman kwankwaje saying say na no so omoje okwesi yantechi eventually $100,000 went to wine eyora lawyer Kwamijan meboa. Has Kwamijan come to disclose the content of that money? Absolutely nonsense. And you sit there, you are speaking stupidity. To me, go and ask Kwamijan, say, $100,000. Yeah, the brand is on fire then. It's an answer where na Kwame Jan says can na eba no na kwesi yantechi bribe send na omoji on ho mote Ghana ebini mo madwene anya adwuma nte mo kasa nyansa eni wutiri mu nti me I don't hate anybody but me makwa mo bi so mfa sebe me kwaku amete na me clout me di kosisi obi say how we are all equal before the law and the law must administer fairness in every way we go me the musia and the whole thing has resurfaced and has started again. We'll be back with the part 2. This has been Ghana Speaks, of course, with Kwekwanan. I'll be back. Welcome back, and of course, this is Ghana Speaks Extension, and with this minute Yebabe Yedrum. Of course, my guest Alex Kweku Tete. Of course, he's the convener of Citizen Eye. Kwegu,
yeah, teacher, and do the work.
Take it easy.
Oh no, you cool. Hey. What's open to Quantum Frono?
I said in your to
Akuffo Dampare. Alas, Akuffo Dampare.
I said in your to yeah.
Now, Akuffo Dampare.
Said the baby person more twisting him a hard drink.
Yes.
Well, for me, I think say police in front of so to Mobuasia. Or reckon the Agyapong no bit mamma money be brave.
Me say
Exposé a year on the two no. And no man a go on. Me say we didn't even finish a quarter, not to talk about half.
Kwaku, more than half. Make I meet him their mom. Na omo minute GD wo. That's my problem.
Well, mebao Kwaku so need GD wo. Oh, and you may be brave. Akoswa. There is an investigation. There's an investigation. Kwaku Bakon Anas Aremeyaw Anas Ekoye Ewe Edwumakuo one of Ghana's powerful energy providers, power producers. Womoka IPP no, I don't want to mention the name of the company for now because we are also doing something. One of the IPPs, Omukoye investigation, some investigation they needed to publish the story. One day, Kwaku Bakon beba become why? Letters of correspondence, the course our energy provider and why. Women to me faster investigation and Mabontino. I have everything. But me, I'm shocked to tell the story today. Say, I didn't even know, say, this is all about what they do. Until Yensu and you may be a unique people. Say, now so you would say, I better than a Ghana Koso. It's a Citizen Eye.
You know, your money 2 years. Yes, I'm called man 2 years. Just say, me a make for that. When it comes to team of Kennedy, me a make for that. A man we go a striker. And I mean make for that. So
I know.
And you know, na can one say ye inject see ye friend say DNA no ye inject into no bibie ni hwa e betimi me agya ni mu no into anas wa kan to kwa boni ohumuya kwa me ankoche boy anas ne leaking no mo che boy no
well ye the anim is up to yes we are checks
o de say e friend e boboba na won say o person use strategy bi na ke che boy no because information boy ni gita e fe kra na na asakonya ne asem na ba foforo see the chance starting the crowd a chance starting the crowd gogu yanku asem so
good one now
what can you
mo de krate ya betudwa krate mu wonsem na me be kan ni na
what daro
na fi we yin nsem ya no ama me okay Ghana for krate Citizen Eye for na dia ba ono no e convener of the Citizen Eye now you say nipa bebre so endorse A lot of people do Blue House win 8-9 dollars paper.
Yeah, will be behind us. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Mame can people quickly. Or say the Inspector General of Police, Ghana Police Service Headquarters. MCR, more letter away with her. Yeah, do you have it there?
Forward to you.
Most of the you need to have it now. More to her quick. Mebao, mention the my main firm quickly. Namonfa and to her and mammy na yenshe emu asem. Okay, yeah. You have it now in your distance. The more fun to honor Ghana for nation to me again. And kind be why? Until check it up. You have it there now. More fun to screen it so. But whilst making kind of Ghana for us better, woman be to me Asher. Or see, dear sir, madam, demand for justice and investigation into the kidnap and murder of 3 police informants by the PID units led by Superintendent Agyapong, former Kintampo crime officer. Ose, I write to you as the president and the founder of the Citizen Eye Ghana, CITEC, a civil society organization with a membership of approximately 40,000 citizens spread across all 16 regions of Ghana. Our mission is to promote responsible citizenship, uphold the rule of law, and guard against any activities detrimental to the peace and development of our beloved nation. We firmly believe that the collective happiness and well-being of Ghanaians are inextricably linked to transparent, accountable, and responsible governance. It is with grave concern and a heavy heart that I bring to your attention a matter of utmost urgency and national importance: the alleged kidnap and murder of 3 police informants by officers of the Police Intelligence Directorate PID unit led by Superintendent Agyapong, the then Kintampo crime officer, on October 20, 2021. This incident occurred in the Savannah region, and the details surrounding it are deeply troubling. Iranum, krata ni mu onsem kyerese. Kwanya ye fa so a ye kum ye police for no informant o. Police for no informant o mo no mo ye adwuma. Kane na memfa ne se bia asem bi ba. Police for no mu be gina omo so. No mam eyi police for sutre se oh asem we esie no esimesi obenti no wom ti se ni se. According to petition we. Background of the incident. Also on October 20, 2021, an operation was conducted by the PID unit, a specialized unit formed under the leadership of former IGP George Akuffo Dampare. The operation involved 4 police officers and was led by Superintendent Agyapong, who was subsequently promoted to chief superintendent and transferred to police headquarters in Accra shortly after the operation. The victims of this operation were Tahiru Idrisu Ali Abudu, the Fulani chief of Suale, and Dramani Idi from Boli. These men were known police informants who provided critical intelligence to the police service on armed robbers, wanted persons, and other criminal operating in the Bono, East, Savannah, and Northern regions. Also, Ali Abudu, in particular, played a pivotal role in monitoring the activities of Fulani foreigners entering Ghana from Burkina Faso and had extensive knowledge of crimes committed by Fulani groups in the region. Tahiru Idrisu, despite having his leg amputated due to an accident, was a respected and hard-working individual who served as a caretaker for cattle owned by prominent figures, including the Boli judge and local chiefs. Really? Now, Omoba said the operation and its aftermath, on the day of the operation, the PID unit picked up the 3 informants from their homes in Suale. Then another informant alerted the Suale district commander ACP Ajay about the operation. The commander stated that he was unaware of it. He immediately instructed the police barrier to stop the PID team, but Superintendent Agyapong and his team claimed to be on national assignment and were allowed to proceed. Oh, tragically, near a river in Wasipi, The police officers allegedly brought the informant out of their vehicle and shot them dead. Ali Abudu, however, was shot in the ribs but managed to survive, believing he was dead. The officers loaded his body into their pickup truck on the way to Jema Government Hospital mortuary in the Bono East region. Ali regained consciousness and escaped by jumping out of the moving vehicle. The PID units later issued a public statement claiming that they had intercepted armed robbers on the highway, resulting in a shout out, during which one suspect was injured and escaped. The narrative was a blatant misrepresentation of the facts. Ali Abudu was admitted to Kintampo Hospital and later referred to Holy Family Hospital in Techima for treatment. Despite his injuries, he was forcibly taken to Tamale to face court proceedings, where he was ultimately acquitted due to a lack of evidence linking him to any crime. Hey. Now, disturbing revelation. So during this ordeal, the caretaker of the Jama Government Hospital mortuary revealed that the 23 bodies had been brought in by the police mortuary revealed police under suspicious circumstances. This raises serious questions about the conduct of the PID unit and the possibility of extrajudicial killings being carried out under the guise of law enforcement. Our demands, Your Excellency, the action of the PID unit, as described above, are a gross violation of human rights and a betrayal of the trust that citizens place in Ghana Police Service. We therefore call on your office to launch an immediate and independent investigations into the kidnap, murder of Tahiru Idrisu and other informants, as well as the attempted murder of Ali Abudu. Prosecute all officers involved in this operation, including Superintendent Agyapong Buedu, for their alleged roles in this heinous act. Unless, some about so, you can't be a fine. Now, some way we pre-coin. No, you see a mouth because you're telling the best.
No worry, see
now, what's it? Mose. Investigate the 23 bodies reportedly brought to the Jama Government Hospital mortuary by the police to determine whether they are victims of extrajudicial killings. Release of remains, the immediate release of Tahiru Idrisu and Dramani Idi's body to the family for dignified burial. Compensation for victims' family, adequate compensation for the families of the deceased and Ali Abudu, who continues to suffer from the physical and psychological trauma of this ordeal. Provide protection for Ali Abudu and other witnesses who may come forward to testify in this case. Oh, really? Yeah. Review the operations of the PID unit to ensure that its activities align with the principles of justice, accountability, and respect for human rights. Conclusion, Your Excellency, the Ghana Police Service is an institution that Ghanaians rely on for protection and justice. However, incidents like this undermine public trust and tarnish the reputation of the service. We urge you to take swift and decisive action to address this matter and restore confidence in the police. Citizen Eye Ghana stands ready to support and any effort aimed at ensuring justice for the victims and their families. We trust that you will treat this petition with the urgency and seriousness it deserves. Yours faithfully, Alex Kweku Tete. Kweku,
that's the Ghana for you.
23 bodies.
I'm telling you.
By the way, quickly, before Baba petition, Mame Adwasafo, we did Nkomobi. What?
Kogu Martin and Kabeya Yanko because Adwasafo ade mini onabo trim but in some come ye sure say Kennedy na dwen mu do no ye sure say ma wa form was asisu na you be no ne ho pa so afa na Adwasafo because Adwasafo no nim kasa ene wan kasa dada no o papa mpo di yawo ye fro Yama Minister of State, se bibia ba, ou peswa for frew, ou bie frew, ni pe wasa sisu ne frew, and ne de wo sin kofonya sympathy man. Na wo ya kasa wo ye kan won sem wo party nim. And I make say, ensem bi ho ha meka e bi afetikan ana ne ma nti ese bi jai na nka meka nipa 10 so ba wote ho wo party nim na wo de wo ho memema wo wie wo mu ba bu bi so adwa
this is allegation kese
ma ka che ne say asem a o kan fa kan wa wakotena ho ntumi TV no on hwe no amie na no bi na nya sa ye be start no one by one from party time campaign time when na gabi so ne nsade ne koma no nsama e ba bobos omi onyai enti on fansem de ma na obi de odi ne ho ne onye din no ntina ne baby na onama
ho
Mr. Mama ni part 10 se wo ye ma pani na so ye mo sa onja kaja za mo nka Kennedy asem biem se e deserve se me ye sure se Kennedy baby obi wonu no se e ma wa wasasi so afo mi na Joseph wa no wonu no se Kennedy fa
now
o ye shame papa
petition we dia na mo pe precisely akan ni na ehumu nsem how soon in terms of saying and my expectation a day 2-3 a week a month year and I saw my penalty with my so far nipa woma sent it to it no more doors one fine
yeah
it's a petition mood
yes sir
I'm so busy with Jubilee House so ed no room and yeah
say petition to the Jubilee House it's a 8 way institution so what I say and Mr. Mampeni say anya kura ba Akuffo ni krum
that's right
bole
nti won wa ni yeku
o ma ni yeku
sorry
nti mesre no I say yeni ye wo democracy na say e ba ne say police chi nipa Dampare pe ni me hu say otimi di police yes adwuma we police chi nipa ni abonitu ye yi ni si kwan ho ni abonitu ye ku omo na wo be ku bia ba fan a ye twa ne nan a makobo pumo ne yire ne da ho na die nko informant police former djuma mu ye nyina ye informant just na mimi ho minimum nsama kwaku ye nim nsamo na medan aka me na me nkoka na mimi wa me de menya sa mistake na bia obi de obey mistake na me koye informant na sen na obetimi value sen na obetimi de amame a be so many say me asem we minim ti no me kan ni ni mo dawson bet me de enyenka say ya na be kwa na say enye nti informant
but was Dampare aware say
everybody know o ka so mo kwachi wo mo me say crime officer no o mo frɛ no police say police for so copy akoma ag copy so what I say peps no so ma dan no say nya peps bi o mo so e wo copy
police intelligence agents no
yeah nti sisi o mo so o mo frɛ mo na yem frɛ Dampare na Dampare de mamia prosecute no I swear to God o ye be prosecute Dampare say obi tini fie and work can say mo say on wo ni moment the next 4 years or the Dampare ba be president na me pese me kan say hu bia kire papa no no te wa wadidi ame a Dampare enya appointment bi ono na de ma no no chema ne nkofo nti Dampare ye de Dampare ba be Dampare
and this case we send nipa na dead bodies no say ye ka say hin omo
sha free James sia sha free James sia kofo no kra ye petition at the base police in release the body no kra mom
body no e ma wom but still you releasing mom
how come adentia ya kochi nipa police enye soldiers na yesa so what I say me na asem we no na na esi anadwu we e wo boko no na no na mpesen kam beka na yeja we tuo no ye kana at that time because we dey nya we ni
ko so bibi esi ho hu pa
na na dwi e free 12 o'clock up to 2 na me to 2 na me mo kasa soldier ni baako omo ye adwuma ho soldier ni no wan hye uniform wonsu nim se boko e hwa ye hye ena opi abonten no makoshitu no na ne wo ho ne se mamprosifo no e hye soldier uniform no mu de akowura no mu de wura boko efiefie mu to omo kɔ na be ma ni ho a e ma ne nkwala e chi omo soldier for cooperation a na bibi kra ye we a enye tuo no moto ye twawuti masani o ma ye kɔ so ne nyina so ba o mia ne sase ye o ba o mia ne sase because the number of me papa
ye be ka say Baumia because he hails from
petition president tema helu kwata ne kofa ohene no ye ba ne say when the instructive because CDS say oni mo we defense say oni mo we tema of friends say defense no onu so say oni enti when and national security minister so when the instructive na kofa
even though MPP for the document na che say Baumia na omudi ni see so no and also cause trouble hold them out
me say onu amahama koye campaign wo boko na abaka kire ni say papa me sew Yabeto abanama MPP nya 000 omoto ma se wo beboa wo efi si niesi boko enra na agree ansa na de bechin soja ni ba ko na wan hye uniform na opie na o makunu no na o muntimi hu se eyekusati na whatever na o munnim sisi no mmowa kana se o soja form ka kese ne fense we no ne om de ye tank no da bi nyemmowa refidin no eno nyemmowa azin eno anama na tofom Musa said how many times or pump pepper say or ye amod no ye penetrate no and so ho na mbeye miensa na atofo me ba ne sen enye obia na ditu abomu eno anama enkofo ni so ye nneoma because kusasifo no omu nu manprose for ni nu nipa more than edan e wo boko no enu more than try more than 100 God na makofa ohene abesi om so by force when na necessary because na nkofo no trete ba omia se wanye sa amoma na ba omia kolpisi enti wo de won tia se o ma wo form no yen south of one yen tia se o be me kan ono president onim ne okọ boko no o mu ka kire no
yeah the alliance be see of course anywhere the more issues coming now we are also picking intelligence on the ground
ne ya kwa se omukọ nkofo fia so ya kwa nkofo fia no ma eden obi eni ho no ma kobubu edan no ma form sika nna sisi ne soja for ni yenu no videos ni nyina wa ho
I know we know
anadu ya asem na me
sure but yet more videos we know that the security services now 8 year and then they will keep more vigilance within the Boko township no normally because also gradually is becoming a volatile zone. Folks, this has been the Frontline show, of course, with a quick one out. Guys, Boame, Rami and Ruby X, and of course Bestmark, and so Ekahon, and then the production executive producer Yamba Ominabo, and then online editors Kofi Ansa, and the great guy himself, director of research, who package what you are seeing today. Enoch Kofi Edri, the indefatigable. Kofi, I salute you. Folks, Yankoponya Friday, I'll bring you another edition, which is the Weekend Frontline show, with yet another explosive editions coming.